What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and this morning we're going to be talking about all of the Act 1 missions and rewards in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and also as a reminder, we got plenty of brand new content going up over on detonated.com, expanding on all the coverage you're seeing here on the channel, just in the form of articles on the website, and plenty of tweets, of course, on Detonated's Twitter every single hour. Now, it's the final countdown for the launch of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. Whether you're flying to New Zealand or whether you're waiting for the global launch, we're just hours away from lots of people getting their hands on the full experience. Now, according to Mr. Dalek JD, the embargo time for content creation on the full launch of MW3 has been changed to match the New Zealand launch time. Previously, there was a bit of a delay. I think it was like 3 to 5 hours from the New Zealand launch until the embargo was going to lift so that we can actually post videos and other content on Zombies and multiplayer. But now that's all been changed to Thursday, 3 a.m. Pacific, which is 5 a.m. Central and 6 a.m. Eastern. That, of course, matches the 18-hour difference that New Zealand has, where they're going to get their hands on the game at midnight going into November the 10th. But again, that is the equivalent of about 5 a.m. Central for me, which is absolutely insane. But I'm going to try my best to make sure I'm streaming right before the launch and during the launch of Modern Warfare 3 in New Zealand time. I'll be taking a trip out there and we'll be grinding as much zombies as we can right off the rip. But later today is the Zombies and multiplayer preload for all platforms. Whether or not you're going to New Zealand, whether you're waiting for the global launch on Friday, you'll be able to preload the crazy update as reported by PlayStation Size, which is going to be around 100 gigabytes in size. That's absolutely crazy. So although it is a big update, I know the COD HQ application has been renamed to Modern Warfare 3 now. I know it's a bit confusing, but essentially Modern Warfare 3 is still using the same COD HQ launcher that Modern Warfare 2 did. But don't forget, you don't have to own Modern Warfare 2 to play MW3. That would just be silly. And it's just something that we're going to be seeing moving forward, where every time a new COD releases, you're installing a bunch of data packs, and you're also installing the COD HQ app if you didn't own a previous Call of Duty title that also uses that launcher. Now, real quickly, some things that weren't mentioned in yesterday's massive zombie blog, which I broke down in a separate video that'll be linked down below. These are things that Treyarch talked about a little bit over on Reddit. First off, Modern Warfare Zombies does not have PvP whatsoever. Do I hope that they eventually do an LTM on Urzikstan with PvP? Absolutely. Would love to see a new version of Grief with the new open world DMZ outbreak mechanics. That would be great, but in the current iteration of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, the one coming out on November the 10th, there is no PvP at all, and I'm a little confused as to why there's a lot of criticism towards that. I could see maybe DMZ focused players being upset about that, but I would say The Haunting was a prime example of the issues that could arise when you have PvP while trying to do boss fights, trying to do quests, trying to unlock certain rewards. That could be frustrating, but I think a separate experience or LTM for that would make sense. There was an idea where maybe there could be certain areas within Urzikstan where PvP is possible. That would be cool too, but I think that's something that, again, is better saved for a separate experience, not the one that we're getting on release. You know, 6-man platoons were an issue for quite some time in DMZ. They then nerfed assimilation to where now you can only pick up one other person, which almost deems assimilating completely pointless, because if you kill a 3-man squad, is there a real incentive in picking up just one of those other players to join your team and then you leave that person's teammates behind? People don't really do that anymore. People are just more aggressive now in DMZ, which made the PvP that much worse. So I'm almost glad that we're not going to be seeing an issue like that in Zombies. Although I do like PvP in DMZ, I think, again, it is better saved for something separate for the future of Zombies. Within Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, you can spawn in with a team of 3 and assimilate with 3 more people to make a 6-man platoon, and then there's going to be a total of 24 real players in a lobby, which you could choose to work together with if, let's say, you have prox chat on, or you guys just happen to be doing something similar at the same time when it comes to fighting a difficult boss. But something really exciting in terms of balancing for Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, which does relate to the Act 1 missions we're going to go over, is the fact that Pack-a-Punch and weapon rarity do reset after every match of Zombies. So if you go ahead and exfil with a really overpowered weapon that you Pack-a-Punched multiple times or upgrade it to max rarity, although you can keep that weapon in your stash, which you can bring into another match, the Pack-a-Punch and weapon rarity will reset so that when you go into your next match, you'll have to re-Pack-a-Punch it. You'll have to re-upgrade it with maybe an ether tool or by doing things around the environment to get that weapon upgraded. I think that's actually perfect. So if you guys go ahead and extract Ethereum crystals, ether tools, and other resources around the environment, yeah, you can then bring that into your next match to instantly upgrade that weapon off the rip. You just can't bring in the upgrade level you had it at from your previous match. I think that's great so that people out there don't get upset about the lack of difficulty in Zombies or the fact that you could be too overpowered thanks to the DMZ DMZ-like backpack system. Now, they also mentioned that the description for Deadshot Daiquiri did get fixed. Previously, it mentioned something that didn't really sound right in terms of bringing in the Cold War Deadshot perk into the game. It was something that was a little bit more tailored to XP per headshot. Now it says ADS will move to enemy critical locations and will increase critical damage, just as we remember it from previous zombie iterations. I know Deadshot didn't work that way or wasn't traditional over in Vanguard zombies though. Now, tonight's video is sponsored by Enlisted. Enlisted is a new kind of first-person shooter that uniquely couples PvP with PvE combat, something that viewers on my channel are constantly debating. You could take command of a squad of customizable AI to fight in massive battles with hundreds of targets led by other players. Enlisted offers multiple campaigns to play through, featuring their own unique weapons, equipment, and vehicles. You can experience the outskirts of Moscow in 1941 to the heart of Berlin in 1945. Enlisted is also free to play on PlayStation, Xbox, and even the PC. Now, Enlisted is approachable for all audiences. Thanks to the more realistic movement and target-rich environments, casuals can still play an important role on the battlefield. That goes without saying though, Enlisted is hardcore where it matters. There's a very short time to kill for realistic and infantry damage models for vehicles, which make battles even more intense, immersive, and a ton of fun. Enlisted features over 100 weapons, aircrafts, and tanks. You'll see famous tanks like the M4 Sherman to obscure weapons like the VG2 and a massive arsenal of equipment. The game features incredible graphics and detail with authentic sounds and an incredible amount of craft to each of the weapons, environments, vehicles, and even effects. These all look stunning even on lower end machines. I'm personally blown away by just the amount of weapons and vehicles that are featured in Enlisted, as most games today don't feature even half the amount of content this game has, especially for a free-to-play title. But it's time to jump into Enlisted for free using my special link down below in this video's description or the pinned comment, regardless if you're on PlayStation, Xbox, or PC. There's also a free bonus pack for registering using my link, which will grant you multiple weapons, soldiers, and even a premium account. But thank you to Enlisted for sponsoring tonight's video. Now, here's how the act missions do work in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies though. To clarify a little bit more, you can only see one act at a time, and until you complete that first act, you won't be able to see the next one. Again, very similar to DMZ, where if you were on tier 1 of a certain faction mission or for a certain group, you were only able to see that tier of missions until you completed that, then you could see the next tier in that specific group. So here with Zombies, somebody unfortunately broke through the preload already and is accessing certain parts of the game. A lot of copyright takedowns are going out over on Twitter, so I'm not going to show anything spicy on screen for obvious reasons. But Act 1 is called Welcome to Operation Deadbolt. Act 2 is called Mother of Invention with a picture of Dr. Strauss, and Act 3 is called Confrontation. So as of right now, only Act 1 is visible by these leakers on Twitter. We're going to talk about the missions, but I of course can't show you any images for obvious copyright issues. What's also really cool is you don't have to back out to select the next missions though. If you know the list, which you could also find on detonated.com, then you could just do these all in game if you have enough time. You don't have to back out like you do in DMZ to select the next set. I think that's a fantastic change that really improves upon the faction mission system altogether. Again, these are also not Easter eggs. These are similar to faction missions, but there will in fact be an actual Easter egg quest added to Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, which will end up coming out post-launch. So by completing all 3 acts of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, you will earn a special reward and even a very special story mission. And we'll again talk more about that with the full launch of the game later this week. I'll be streaming as much as I can here on the channel, hopefully completing all 3 acts in one sitting. But starting off with tier 1 of Act 1, we have Direct Line. Ping a contract in the TAC map, complete a contract, and then Exfil for a reward of a Juggernaut can acquisition and 1500 XP. That's a pretty helpful reward there, right off the rip. Treasure Hunter, open 25 loot caches, and your reward is instant insanity sticker and 1500 XP. We then have Road Rage. Kill 30 enemies by running them over with vehicles, then repair 1 vehicle tire. Your reward is a stamina up can acquisition and 1500 XP. We then have Wall Power. Purchase a weapon from a wall buy and then kill 50 enemies with the wall buy weapon. Your reward is the Get Smoked emblem and 1500 XP. We then have Firepower. Pack a punch weapon to level 1, then kill 50 zombies with a level 1 pack a punch weapon. Your reward is an uncommon ether tool acquisition and 1500 XP. We then have Take Up Arms. Purchase a primary weapon from a mystery box, then kill 50 zombies with a mystery box weapon. Your reward is the Cryo Cryo Freeze Ammo Mod acquisition and 1500 XP. Moving on to tier 2, we have Interceptor, destroy Mercenary Convoy, then collect Stronghold key card dropped by the Mercenary Convoy. Your reward is the Bone Rattle Weapon Blueprint and 3000 XP. Going into tier 3, Freezer Burn, slow 50 zombies with Cryo Freeze Ammo Mod, then slow 10 Hellhounds with Cryo Freeze Ammo Mod. Your reward is the Baseball Fan Calling card and 1500 XP. We then have Mine Layer, kill 25 zombies with the Energy Mine Field upgrade, then kill 15 mercenaries with the Energy Mine Field upgrade. Your reward is the Rare Ether Tool acquisition and 1500 XP. Moving on to Pit Stop, fully refuel 3 different vehicles at gas stations for a reward of a double XP token consumable and 1500 XP. We then have Saboteur, complete an Ether Extractor contract, then kill 15 mercenaries guarding the extractor, shoot down a reinforcement helicopter, then exfil with the uncommon Ether tool for a reward of the Hemlock Charm and 1500 XP. We then have Automated Backup, activate 3 Deadbolt turrets with ammo mods. Your reward is going to be a Death Perception acquisition plus 1500 XP. We then have tier 4 coming towards the end here, Infiltrator, obtain a Stronghold keycard, clear a Terminus Outcomes Stronghold, then retrieve a Terminus Outcomes record from the Stronghold for a reward of a Raw Ethereum acquisition and 3000 XP. Tier 5, we have Hands Off, kill 20 zombies with sentry guns, kill 10 mercenaries with sentry guns, then acquire a Cypher tablet to get the Mayhem on Wheels calling card and 1500 XP. We have Blasted, destroy armor on 25 zombies using Shatter Blast ammo mod, acquire a Cypher tablet, and then you'll get a Napalm Burst ammo mod acquisition and 1500 XP. We have Bring 'em On, kill 50 zombies with Frenzied Guard field upgrade, kill a special or elite enemy with Frenzied Guard field upgrade, acquire a Cypher tablet, and your reward is a double weapon XP consumable and 1500 XP. We have a Hostile Takeover mission, loot 3 safes, kill 50 enemies while drilling the safes, and your reward is a Mass Charm and 1500 XP. We then have Chaperone, complete an escort contract, kill 75 zombies during a single escort contract, maintain the ACV's health above 50%, and then exfil with a quick revive recipe to get a Rare Ether Tool acquisition and 1500 XP. We then have Nest Wrecker, obtain a gas mask, destroy an Ether Nest, and acquire a Cypher tablet for a reward of the Shatter Blast acquisition and 1500 XP. Last but not least, tier 6. So there's 6 tiers this time instead of 5 like we were used to in DMZ factions. We could see Where's Dr. Jansen, complete an Outlast contract, obtain Dr. Jansen's tablet, Exfil, and your reward is a Ride and Die calling card plus 3000 XP. And then you will unlock the final story mission and rewards. Again, fair warning here, there are some spoilers in these missions. Not really, but just warning you anyway. The mission is called Extraction, deploy to Dr. Jansen's coordinates, bring Dr. Jansen in for questioning. So this will spawn you into a separate subsection of Urzikstan or a separate environment outside of Urzikstan. It was teased previously that Treyarch is working on zombies Easter egg specific type of maps. They may be used again for round base at some point, but these will be separate from the normal environment you can play in within Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. And after you finish this, it's possible you maybe get a cutscene, but your reward is the Rage and Fire loading screen. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave our thoughts down below in the comment section. Expect a massive update to this detonated article once Acts 2 and 3 are discovered, once people out there burn through Act 1 with the full launch of the game itself. Again, to go ahead and complete another tier in Act 1, you have to complete the previous tier. Hopefully that's very clear. If you guys played DMZ, you're probably fully aware of exactly how this works. But with that being said, really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.